Hello, my name is Drago and I am part of the digital asset and integration team here in Pentagon Solutions. Today in this video I will show you how to create search sets in Navisworks. Search sets are dynamic groups of items. They save search criteria based on high fidelity data so that you can rerun search at a later date when the model gets any updates. Our search sets can be based on any of the properties we have in our 3D models. We can choose from names, types, families, but let's see how it actually works in reality. We need to use the find items functionality in Navisworks and create a search set from scratch. So for this exercise, let's choose in our property tab the element, category property, and the value will be duct. We'll be looking for all the ducts. As we said, category, use element, property, category, condition. We can choose from few conditions of the drop-down menu, but let's keep it as equal now and look for all the ducts in the model. We can also choose the search path of our search set. We'll keep it now for as default and click find all. Right now we have all the ducts selected in our project. Save that search set as ducts. We can rename the search set at any moment. We can also edit the criteria in our search set. Let's do that now and change the value from duct to duct fittings. Find all, and we have all the duct fittings selected now. So let's save that search set now as a separate as duct fittings. Let's create another one based on the same criteria and change only the value from duct fittings to, let's say, flex ducts. Find all and save this search set now as flex ducts. Let's remove all the conditions in the find items function. Right now, if we select all individuals together, we can actually choose any of the category or conditions that we can include or exclude and create one advanced search set, which we can save as, for example, air system 1. And right now we have two different types of search sets, one for a particular construction object and we have also for a whole system. So how we can use those search sets in our BIM process and asset management? We can look for particular objects and systems, but also we can use the selection tree in a different way. We can actually use our search set to highlight portions of the model instead of manually going through the 3D models, dependent on the way the 3D model was built. Another way of using our search sets based on the data rather than manually selecting 3D objects is the clash detection. In the clash detection, if we can create one test and just switch from standard to set on both sections of the clash detection test, we can actually choose a duct search set that we just created in our exercise and clash against all the duct fittings and run the test. So in that way we can actually use the search set and do clash detection. So hopefully that's been informative and thanks for watching. If you want to get more information, you can subscribe here and also you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn.